Will I?
All right. Hi, Sarita. I wanted to talk to you about the invoice. I heard that there was a problem with it being a little higher than you thought it would be.
Yes, Sarah, and thank you for contacting me. Yeah, the invoice is higher than I anticipated. I anticipated it would be the same amount as discussed last year in your proposal.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we've had a little confusion. I believe a couple months back when we thought it might take us more hours than were in the proposal, that we talked to someone on your team. I think it was your manager. I think maybe you were out on vacation, and I think that we had talked to them. I know I had sent an email to you, and you were on vacation, and the manager as well. And the manager I talked to in person, and he thought it would be okay. So, what do you think? What do you think we can do?
Well, unfortunately, the manager never told me about the conversation, and I do not have a record of receiving your email. In addition, I recall that I'm the only person that's authorized to sign or agree to any type of payment or adjustment. So I think it would be great if we could try to find a resolution. Because I really appreciate your services. The menu looks amazing, and I'm enjoying working with you, but I think we should find a resolution.
Yes, definitely. So I was thinking, I talked to my supervisor, and just before I called you, and I was thinking that maybe it's possible for us to bill you for the amount we put in the proposal, and maybe we can save, since our team's already worked the hours that we're billing you, maybe we can bill you in the future, kind of give you a credit for a future project. Would that be an option?
A credit for a future project? Could you explain to me how that would work?
Well, I know we talked about maybe doing a social media campaign together, and I was thinking if that was still an option, still on your table, maybe we could write up a proposal for that project and apply the hours that we worked to there to kind of give you a discount that way. Would that work?
Well, as I recall, this is phase one of the total project. So I thought we had several phases already involved in this project alone. So are you saying an additional project, or are you talking about the next project after this phase?
We could, I think we could do it either way. I want you to be okay with what we're figuring out here. So if you want to, maybe we could apply it to a future project, or take some hours, future phase, take some hours out of what we have planned for a future phase. So we could cut costs for the next phase, and then put these hours towards that. Does that make sense?
I can understand that. I guess my confusion is, how much more are we talking? Because thus far, the invoice is 24% more than what was discussed last year. So are we still talking about like 24% more for the next phase, or how are we going to work that? Because in terms of there being a discount, discounts are always great and appreciated.
Yes.
But I'm not really certain what that entails in terms of percentages.
Yes. I can work with our finance team to get the exact details panned out, but I know it's tricky for us because our proposals are, our estimated costs. So this particular project took us longer than expected, and I know that's not at all your fault, but it did just take a little bit more effort than we had estimated it would. So maybe there's a way that we could look at the next phase and see if there are some things we could take out so the total hours for the next phase would be less. I believe this project took about 15 hours longer than we thought, and that's where the 24% increase came in. So maybe there's a way we can look at the next budget and take those 15 hours out and see how we can reallocate what we had planned, and maybe look at some more cost-effective ways of trying to get everything accomplished for the next phase.
Okay. Well, is there a way we could tie it to performance? Because we have this phase and we're going to release that. So in addition to the next phase and the phases that are subsequently to come, we reevaluate based on the performance of each phase?
Are you suggesting just like looking at all the future phases we have planned, or what exactly do you have in mind?
I'm thinking all the phases.
Okay.
Because we have an agreement, and this is a several phase project. So since we're going to pay additional costs, which I wasn't prepared to pay, even with a discount, it would still be more. Mm-hmm. There needs to be a way. And then also you're talking about reducing hours. And so reducing hours and performance, it just all seems a little challenging.
Yes.
So I just want to be certain that we'll both be happy.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree. I think that, and I know we have also an intern coming on for the summer, so that he'll be able to help with the next phase, and that will cut down on costs. So that might be a way as well. But from what I'm hearing, I think maybe it would be best for you to come in and we could look at the next phases we have, what we have charged so far in terms of expenses, how many hours, and the cost of each person on my team. We can look at the whole big picture and figure out what we can move around, how we can tweak the current estimate, and see how we can stay within your budget. How does that sound?
That sounds great. So just to make sure I understand, we're going to go with the initial budget as provided a year ago for this phase.
Yes.
And then I'll meet with you in the office and we'll look at the entire plan and reassess.
Yes, I think that sounds like a great plan. So I can send you a new invoice with the extra hours taken out, and we'll table that for our in-person discussion. And I'll also make sure my supervisor and the coordinator under me understand that you are the only person in the future that can okay any additional hours, so there isn't any confusion there in the future.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sarah.
All right, thank you. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.